Skyler's the limit. What were we thinking?
Found out pretty quickly, though.
Oh, my God, did we find out quick. Apparently, this is, hey, I don't know if you guys know this. Maybe Leroy knew this. Regular season's not the preseason.
Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. I watched that game and when he started, and I'm like, oh, you know what? He's not Teddy or Tua, but he's, he's doing decent. But the problem with young quarterbacks is they get into situations where they feel like they have to make a play, and they really don't. And that's kind of what happened to happen twice, right? There was no reason for him to fumble that ball and then he threw a ball that was just
terrible.
He threw a ball that got tipped. So
his arm got tipped.
His arm got tipped. So
but
man,
like that was
makes it tough.
The fumble was like that was bad. Like he was sitting there forever. He had two receivers wide open. Wasn't looking for whatever reason. Wasn't looking at Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle.
That's the other thing is that one of the things that I would have liked to see, and this happens with young quarterbacks, their eyes go short to long, and they need to go long to short. You see what I mean?
No, explain that.
So, say if you have a go route with a crossing route, right? You check the go route. You check the deep route. Make sure if it's single coverage, that's where you're going. If it's a single safety, you can look the safety off. Okay? Once you identify that, you can always come back to the crossing route. The problem is that you have Tua and Waddle, and they're checking the crossing routes first and then looking deep, and you don't have time to do it that way. So what ends up happening is then you look at the play calls later on in the game, and if you notice, the play calls were trying to accommodate him. Bubble screens, short crossing routes, and he was putting all of his stars on offense in the quarterback's line of sight instead of just running plays. That's because he's young.
Yeah. No,
and that's it. So,
I feel bad because I don't want to put the game on him because that's a terrible situation to be in.
Guess what? He made some mistakes as a quarterback, but he's a rookie. He's been playing for 2 seconds.
2 seconds. But
and so you gotta.
But the problem is he came in like legitimately. People were so hyped, and they even said this on the broadcast. They're like, "Oh, Skylar Thompson, he came in and he had the best passer rating in preseason and the most touchdowns." Like they were hyping him up on the broadcast, the national broadcast.
So I know you were. Oh my God!
What?
This is why I can't.
I wanted to start Teddy. I did not want to start Skylar. I did start the term Skylar's the limit. But the point is, I knew what we were getting into if he was going to go out there.
You know what else didn't happen? Seal her on up.
No, it did not happen. That dude, Brees, what the hell is his name?
Brees Hall.
Oh,
and he did the waddle. Who's that?
That was Carter who did the waddle. He can go straight to hell.
Yeah,
Nobody does the waddle except for Jalen Waddle. I was so mad at him. I was so mad at him.
Hey, I rode the horse in Dallas.
I don't care. That's not cool. You don't get to steal the waddle. This is not the dirty bird. This is not the gritty. Not everybody is open to doing the waddle. If your name's not Waddle, or you're not playing for like Alabama, you don't get to do the waddle.
If you're playing for the other team, though,
I don't like it.
Yes.
I don't like it.
Jalen Waddle didn't do anything to anyone.
He was just minding his business.
Wasn't catching no balls, that's for sure.
No, he wasn't. But
that's a perfect indication of how the game went. How I saw it playing out was, think about this, is that when you have to change your routes so your star players get in the eyesight of the quarterback. And I appreciate the fact that they tried to do that instead of getting Skylar to try to,
No, but Jalen and Tyreek both bailed out Skylar because he had that one play on third down where like Skylar was running for his life and just threw it up. And Jalen Waddle like had to like run and dive like he was a center fielder for it to come back and get the first down. And then there was that one catch that Tyreek Hill where he literally just took it away from the DB that was going to get picked off.
I mean but that's the way it's got to be. Like for everybody,
I don't want this anymore. I want two of them.
I know you don't
I want him
want
back.
it, but sports happens in a way that, guess what? Nobody wants Jimmy to get hurt. Nobody wanted Hero to get hurt in the playoffs. Nobody wanted Bam banged up.
Don't forget about my little Gogi before the finals.
Don't forget Gogi, but you have to, you know, you got to hold down the fort until you guys can get back. And if they don't, then that's why you have other guys. Look, everybody that's in the NFL right now, a lot of these guys have gotten opportunities because somebody got hurt.
Sure.
And so just to
Cooper
make
Rush.
just for somebody just to make the assumption, oh, we don't have our guys, we can't win.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, that's why you have those men. And maybe they're not going to be as good as the guys who are starting.
It was just,
I get that.
It was just a jarring loss because you go from a field goal to take the lead at the start of the fourth quarter.
Yes, to 40.
To the wheels fell off. I'm just
Right.
like, what happened? Because I was so impressed. I was like, oh, man, they're hanging. They got off to a horrible start. Everything was bad.
Chipped away.
Mike McDaniel, that drive that he called before halftime was mwah, that was beautiful. That was some beautiful offense that he was calling. I'm like, oh, look at these guys. They're hanging tough. And Jason Sanders, who Garfield to the fullest.
Cleveland's got the same problem.
Dude, I watched last night, right? I'm watching Sunday Night Football. And this Justin Tucker comes out. It's over. You know, ice water in his veins. No shot the Ravens are going to lose. This Jason Sanders comes out now. Like, I remember his first couple of years. You're like, Jason Sanders hit it from anywhere. Now, I'm just like 50-50.
Same thing.
50-50.
Same thing. Cleveland. Wait, I saw something incredible yesterday. I saw the Chargers do what they do and do everything they could to lose a football game. So it's 4th and 2. Cleveland used all their timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
They get on the line of scrimmage and act like they're going to go. But everybody thinks they're going to punt at midfield. Cleveland has no timeouts. You got 1:20 seconds. Guess what? They don't get it. So now Cleveland's got to go 12 yards to get in field goal range, and they were down by 2. So not only did you give them the ball, you gave them a ball with the field goal wins because you're only down by 2 with no timeouts. He booted it. He kicked it like wide right.
Kickers, man.
Kickers. And this was a guy, like, keep in mind, the first game of the season, they won the game because he made a 58-yarder. And I can't remember the last time he made a field goal. So, yeah, man, it's happening everywhere. Like, look, I know the Giants have been a dumpster fire.
They're good now.
Are they?
Yeah. From what they've been?
I mean, did you think the Giants were going to beat the Packers?
I thought they had a better chance. Like, they've been playing well this year. Saquon Barkley's back, dude.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Dayball. Fat, happy, football.
Oh, yeah. Did you see him? He gets
fired up. So does Salah. Salah, like, calm down, dude. Guy's like whole menu is like falling off his pants.
I'm so sick of them. Now they think they're good.
I know.
Salah's
it's annoying.
Crazy on the
They
side.
They get to feel the way we felt about beating the Bills because we were swaggering.
What?
Yeah,
the Bills were at full strength.
They really weren't. I mean, they really weren't. That's one of the things
them Bills was at full strength yesterday.
Yeah, they were.
Woo, Mika! What you doing?
Dude.
What are you doing in me dungeon?
No. Like that Jets when like, dude, they're literally dancing on the Dolphins blowout. It's like it was painful. And then Braxton Berrios gets the last touchdown just to twist the knife a little bit deeper because the Canes did nothing good this weekend. He's like, how about this? Intangibles. Sneaky fast.
I miss him.
Who?
Braxton Berrios.
It's crazy. Well, first of all, I don't remember him with blonde hair.
He
recently
he's
died.
like platinum.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to say, but
man.
he's definitely intangibles.
Speaking of hair, I have a great parent failure. Really bad. Like really bad.
Listen,
top notch.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
This puts the Stanley Sea Panther to shame.
Here's what happens. Okay. And this is to all wives and mothers out there. If you leave the house and there's a hair situation, when you leave, don't complain about the outcome.
Well, unfortunately for Mrs. Tobin, this was almost like we were like tag team champions of failure here.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Whose hair?
Well, Tommy's.
Yeah.
You tried to get him a home haircut.
No. Okay, so
It's literally worse.
I'll tell you about it. I gotta go to break. And those headlines are brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Tell you about our failure, or we'll continue on. We'll get to the Canes. It was an awful weekend where the NFL, they just changing the concussion rules willy-nilly, even though the Dolphins did nothing wrong. Lots to get to here on the show. Tobin and Leroy on 560 WQAM. Streaming live on Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is our new channel. That is where, if you're already a subscriber, you're good. If not, that's where you guys can go find us and watch us live. Get in on the chat, and we'll be back with more for this.
I've never seen the game go that sideways that quick.
That was great. I couldn't believe how the wheels fell off. Like, I think McDaniel said afterwards, like, the wheels fell off. He goes, to describe it as that would be appropriate.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
We went from almost
fancier
taking the
terms.
lead to like losing by.
I know.
23 points.
How the hell did that happen?
I don't know. Mostert, though.
Yeah,
Mostert.
Leroy,
Mostert, dude.
answer for your crimes, Leroy.
Yeah, we'll rats up the
Wait.
ship on Chase Edmonds,
I'm
dude.
done. I'm done with that guy.
What did I say about
You said that Edmonds hits the hole harder. Mostert's a speedster, but he can't, do the necessary
Like,
things to use that.
But
speed.
when you see the plays that he has success with, that's what a speed running back looks like.
I thought he did well all areas, though, yesterday. I mean, like, it was by far the best
All
running game they've
Mostert
had.
had to do was catch a pass, and you guys were in.
well, yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
essentially,
Well,
yeah.
he is too. Like, Chase Edmonds, I saw the snap counts come out. Chase Edmonds was like benched. He had like 10 snaps yesterday.
Right.
They went to
Yeah.
Gaskin more than him,
Yeah, for sure.
which I said to you guys at halftime. I was like, I think I'd rather have Gaskin out there at this
Yeah.
point.
Gaskin
And I
played
would
good.
have, because he was decent.
Yeah, it was decent.
He was decent. But Skylar Thompson.
I forgot he was still
Is
on
the defense,
team.
let me ask you this, because the people are pissed at the defense.
You can't let him run the ball like that. End of
They
discussion.
gutted him. Yeah, they gutted him. And this is already a defense that was getting killed in the air, and now they have a game like that. And the Jets weren't running the ball well this season, by the way, either. What the hell, dude? Like, is this defense not like, this defense was supposed to be the backbone of the team, and they really were. Even with the numbers given up, like, they came up. I think what was it? Josh Boyer said this week. He goes, "Look, stats are stats, but the whole point is getting the ball back to your football team." And they didn't. They got to the point where they weren't doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And I think they were playing with fire, and we saw them kind of get torched there.
I think part of the problem is you expect the professionals to foresee what could be coming, right? So when the other team has some success running the football, or the quarterback has all day to throw the ball, you have to be able to evaluate that situation and say, look, we got to change it up a little bit, because we don't want this to be a problem.
Yeah.
And they never really adjusted. Like, if I always had a rule in football, if your DBs aren't covering, what's the difference in putting pressure on a quarterback and leaving a guy open? Catching it anyway.
True.
So change it up. If they're gashing you, then you got to stunt.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to do something. You got to fill the gaps. You have to change it up. At some point, they started trying to put pressure, but by then it was too late.
I mean, look, you gotta be good the full game for sure. But, like, if you're in that spot where you're being put in position, you miss a field goal, a long field goal, and then the sack Quinnen Williams plays not on the defense. That was a given that was going in. But, like,
right.
By the time that happens, you could just feel after the sack fumble, like, all the air was let out, because you were already fighting your way back, being down 12-0.
You are, and the thing is
So, like, I
that
don't know how much I want to. As much as the defense wasn't good yesterday, but, like, there was such a trickle down.
everybody here. You can start off with special teams.
Oh,
You can start off. You can go, offensively protecting the quarterback. You can, like, we can put it on the part of the game that had the worst results, but it doesn't mean that they were the only reason why. Now, I would always say this, and I say this every week, especially with young quarterbacks that are trying to find their way, make them as much one-dimensional as you can. So what ended up helping Zach Wilson was the fact that they were running the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're trying to stop the run. He pulls it out. Now he's got all day to throw the ball. Whereas if you stop the run, put him in passing situations, that makes him uneasy also.
Yeah, and there were times where they put really nice pressure on him, and they did put him in tough spots. But yeah,
I just thought there were a bunch of spots during the game that warranted you turning up the heat on him.
I get you.
Instead of sitting back. And I'm not saying it would have worked. You could have gave up a bigger play doing it that way. But I'm just saying, it's like, I call it, you'll appreciate this, because I hate that this came to mind, but I'm going to say it. The Ryan Tannehill of defense. Like, you're just playing okay defense. You're not really changing the momentum of the game.
Yeah, they haven't been elite.
You're not really. And so I just think that when you have that offensively, you come up with a trick play. You kind of run a reverse. You do a double pass. You do a lot of things just to change the momentum. The defense almost said, you know what? We're going to get better at that.
Yeah, like they've had to counterpunch basically every week. Like they've always had something they've had to fight their way out of.
Right.
And like, cool, that's great, but like, can we get off to a little bit better?
Exactly. And so what I would say is that sometimes the best coaches in the league are the coaches that just identify what's going on before a lot of other coaches do and make adjustments accordingly. Like, you can't give up that many yards rushing to the Jets. You can't. Because that's going to be the main reason why they win a football game. It's not going to be because Zach Wilson's going to throw for 300. It's going to be because, you know what? They're going to run 450, and then Zach Wilson's going to throw it, play action off of that, and everybody's going to be wide open.
Dade South says that's a team loss. Can't really blame one side of the ball. I agree.
Yeah.
I think it was there were failures all over the place, especially by you, Jason Sanders.
Oh, yeah.
But here's what I would also say this. I would also say this. It is really hard, and you can't do it, and I know people want to do this. You can't put any blame on Skylar Thompson.
Oh, the hell I can't.
No, dude, when you talk about uncomfortable situations, then let's see.
Leroy, he lost his play cards.
Let me explain something.
I've never seen that.
You know what? That would be the equivalent to taking J-Fig and having her do the Heat game tonight.
She could do it. It's not that hard, J-Fig.
Okay, I'm not saying that it's not hard. But
hard.
there's a certain bit of uncertainty that gives you the.
When you say do the Heat game, you mean Jax's job or the pregame?
What you do?
Oh, J-Fig could do that. J-Fig's better at this than I am.
No, but I'm just saying. Like, yes, Skylar Thompson can play quarterback. But if you're thrown in that, if they were to call you at 6:30 and say, J-Fig, we need you to come by. You're the only one left to do the game. You're like, what?
Here's the thing, though. Okay. I'll take a speck of blame in this because I loved what he did in the preseason too, but so did they.
You always fall for it.
Well, dude, Jamal Cain though in the preseason for the Heat, this guy's good, and they converted him yesterday. But we all know that the Heat scouting department's top notch. They always find these guys. With Skylar, they came out and gave him an active roster spot because of how impressive he was, because they were worried he was going to get scooped up. And Mike McDaniel said, well, we'd be idiot. People were calling us around the league and saying we'd be idiots not to keep Skylar. And dude, he didn't look like that. Like, I honestly, you could put him on waivers. You can put him on waivers today. You put him on that practice squad, nice and safe. No one's taking him.
Are you serious?
It's true.
Dude's been a quarterback for 12 minutes.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
They treated him like he was the next coming to Tony Romo.
I love the way people think that professional sports is the only job in the world where you're supposed to just be the finished product right away.
Not finished product, but be a product.
He didn't even know he was going to play.
Dude, you lost your play card?
Dude,
come on.
Wait a minute.
Come on, dude.
I'm more than sure he didn't even get taped.
Leroy,
third string quarterback in an NFL game?
Well, that's
What's the
his
chance of the
mistake.
guy playing?
Well, first of all, he was the second string yesterday because Teddy was in there. Did he think it was going to be one play? Probably not.
Oh my God. This is why I want to fight everybody. Like,
Let's go.
oh, I don't know why we kept him. He's a bum. He been a quarterback for 12 seconds.
Mike, what's going on, dude?
Dolphins suck.
Damn. Jets fan. Bastard.
Man,
Pete-
he waited a long time for
He
that.
did for that. Good for him.
Interesting.
Pete.
Listen, you're wrong, unfortunately. The other guy is right.
Which you gotta be
He
more
got in
specific
there.
than that, dude.
Well, everything you are saying, you're wrong. Listen, he's a third-string quarterback. He got in there. He put 17 points on the board. The offense is not the issue.
You're impressed by 17 points?
Johnny Unitas could have been in there. Could have been.
I think I'm done with WQAM callers.
Wow.
I think I'm done.
Hey, wait,
I'm sorry. Like I think I've given him.
Wait,
I think I've given him enough swings at it.
hold on. Wait.
And I gotta say, as a brand,
Yeah.
I think you guys are banned. I'm
my
just saying it right now. Unless I know you on Twitch,
Hey, so
I
wait.
think I'm banning them.
So wait.
Yikes.
If anybody should feel that way, it's the other guy.
Who?
Me! I'm the other guy.
Are you? I didn't
He
even know
says,
if you were the other
You're
guy.
wrong. The other guy's right.
I think I'm banning them.
Wow.
Wait, is that what he said?
I think I'm banning them.
Wait, what? How you think?
This is what they bring to us after a week. This is what we have. I think I'm done with them. You have failed as a station group of callers. This is the best you can give me. I try and be nice. I try and welcome you into my home.
Hey,
and this is what I'm
ask a
giving.
question? Can I ask a question? And I don't know how old this guy was, right?
17 points is impressed by.
No. And listen, Skylar Thompson was fine.
He sucked, dude.
He was a rookie.
Dude, he was.
What
awful.
are you expecting?
I expect him to
What
hold
were
on
you
to the
I don't think he was
football.
awful. I don't think he was
What were you,
Dude, at one point,
Yeah.
he had more yards via pass interference penalty
Yeah.
than he did passing yards.
He's good at
What were you impressed by?
We almost won. Sort of.
What part of he's been a quarterback for 12 seconds?
Hey, listen, I'm
Oh.
fine with that. We can talk about that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But let's not treat him like he was some hidden gem.
No, but wait, you don't.
You did
He's
that,
been a
though.
quarterback for 12
I
seconds.
said Teddy Bridgewater should start though.
All right.
12 seconds.
Okay.
Skyler's
Does he get a little chance to learn?
Skyler the Limited.
Oh, that's kind of
I
good.
just
I'm not
like
gonna lie. It's kinda good.
I don't know. Just
Come
is it
Point
no.
for Tobin.
So he went from Skyler's the limit to Skyler Limited
Yep.
It's
in
pretty
12
good.
seconds.
It's pretty good.
You're a flip flopper, wishy washy.
I'm not a flip flopper.
I'm not. All I'm saying is this: he was put in a bad spot as a professional, especially
fine.
one that plays that
I agree.
position. So lighten up.
Matt Moore could do it.
Oh, Matt Moore was a quarterback for 17 years.
Doesn't matter. Anytime I needed Matt Moore to spell me in relief, I knew he was going to go
He
out there
was
slinging.
a quarterback for a while.
He's good. He's good off. the
Not
bench.
only that, a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I'd love to.
What?
Here's the problem, and here's why I get so frustrated.
I-
Because there's nothing that I can do,
Dude.
to kind of get people to understand what that's like. And so I'm
It's
just
hard. I
basically
get you.
howling at the moon because you think it's no big deal.
I don't think it's no big deal.
And what the hell do you think?
I think he sucks. Right now.
Can I say, according
Touch
to
this
your
loophole
wait,
right
hold on.
now.
According to your logic,
Mhm.
Troy Aikman would have never played football.
No.
Troy Aikman was horrible his first year.
Okay, let's not be silly. Here's the difference.
No, you're playing the
Here's the
result
difference.
because you see where Troy Aikman ended up.
No,
But
I'm
I'm
not.
saying,
I'm not.
if you were around when during Troy Aikman's rookie year, you would have called him a bum.
Leroy.
You wouldn't have?
Leroy.
He was 1-15.
Okay, but here's the thing. Everybody in this fan base was sitting here saying, we should start that guy instead of Teddy Bridgewater. We should have and maybe he'll be better with a full week of practice. Maybe. He didn't get to take any reps.
Yep, there we go.
Maybe he will be. But I will tell you right now, if that guy who played yesterday, the Dolphins didn't need to waste a roster spot on an active. He could have been on the practice squad. That's the facts. It's facts.
Okay. So somebody would have picked him up. Then
No,
what?
not anymore. I'm
Not
saying,
anymore.
yeah.
But I'm saying, leading up to this point.
But hold on.
Okay, guess what? That he gave Hassan Whiteside a max contract.
Okay, but Hassan Whiteside was second team all defense. Like,
But then what?
Hassan Whiteside had some credentials.
But then
Hassan Whiteside was getting triple doubles with blocks out of Lebanon. Hassan Whiteside, and actually, Hassan Whiteside much more successful in his debut than Skylar Thompson was. It's a bad example by you. And by the way, forget him, dude. We got ourselves a new unfound gem. All aboard the Kane train, baby. Woo!
you just
Goosies. Jamal Kane's good. He is good. Marcos?
Yeah, that guy's good.
Woo!
Good defender.
Whoa. How about this? You ready for this? He has a roster spot. He should be ready.
It's true.
Dude, wait a minute.
How does
Wait, no. Wait. So, do you know how horrible Peyton Manning was his rookie year?
Dude.
I'm just saying, like, it's a sport that requires some development at certain positions.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Then wait, let me ask you a question. And I'm going to fight you if you don't answer this right. Why is no monogamy still on the team?
Got me.
They're having a lot of patience with him. You can't have patience with a guy who you've actually
Who has
seen
patience with
play
him?
decent.
If they cut him today, I'd be fine with that. Why do they have to do that? Probably
was he active?
He was. He was on the field. You didn't see him? You didn't see him and Jamal and Jerome Baker collide into each other?
Oh, man.
And why? Here's the answer. Why? Because he has probably a guaranteed contract for another year, and then they can get rid of him. That's probably why.
That's why.
But I'm not the GM. I mean, and by the way,
No.
Here's the
Don't
thing.
come at me. I already tell you come.
No. I just want. I don't want to be clear.
Come at me poorly, I'm gonna start dropping.
I just want to
spoilers.
say, like, you're getting mad at
I'm
me.
gonna drop spoilers.
You're no.
Drop spoilers.
No.
That's gonna be your punishment.
That's not fair. Don't put you not punishing me, and you're punishing our listeners.
No.
But I don't care if you punish the QAM callers. They're awful. I'm sorry. They are. You can prove me wrong. Do better. 305-567-0560. But today's your last chance. It's your last chance. I'm telling you right now.
Wait, Leroy brings up Noah as much as possible. Really?
It's true.
I should.
You bully him.
He's a first-round draft pick who can't even be active.
That's his fault? You always say, oh, it's your fault where you're drafted? They picked him. Why are you mad at Noah?
Okay. You keep
They treated Skylar Thompson like they found Tony Romo.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Otherwise, if they
Dude,
if
the
they
quote-
treat him like
hold on.
that, they would have gotten rid of Ted.
No, the quote, and trust me, there's plenty of Dolphin fans in this fan base who thought they should have, and that was a mistake because he's not ready.
Yeah,
But they acted like this guy when he was going to come, we would be silly to get rid of him. We would be terrible if we got rid of. What was Mike McDaniel's quote? Wasn't it people around the league said we would be morons to get rid of him? And look at that.
he's played. Oh my! I you know what?
What?
When I go home
Hmm?
and I lay in the bed every night, try to see what Big Spoon's doing because she's way over there.
Mm-hmm.
2 dogs.
Yep.
Get my little nighttime juice. I lay down and I say, thank God I didn't play football with the way these guys comment on sports. Like,
No, listen, you're a sweetheart. I'm glad that you want to give Skylar Thompson a participation trophy.
that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying
I can't blame him. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying he was put in a unique situation, being a young quarterback that never played a down of regular season football. Like, he's gonna be limited.